Hi guys, this is Stump and welcome to my first LCS analysis video. In this video I want to go through the awesome CLG versus Curse match of day 1 week 2 of the NALCS 2014 spring split. My focus here lies on Curse and especially Zikent, who picked up Janna for this game, which is probably my favorite champion in the game when it comes to support picks. And to start off things, let's take a look at the lineups for both teams. As I already mentioned, Zikent went for Janna as support in combination with Jinx, Quas as teleport, Mundo in top, Nunu in the jungle for I Will Dominate, and last but not least Voyboy on Ziggs in mid. CLG on the other hand went for double tank with Renekton and Shyvana, as well as an assassin mid in form of Yasuo for Chauster. Double Lift went for his signature AD carry Vayne, and Aframo picked up Lulu for the potential AoE knock up for Chauster to follow up with Yasuo ultimate. Let's take a look at the strengths of Curse team comp and why it does so well against early / mid game CLG. In this case, Curse team is made to push towers down quickly. It's AD-centric and works till the mid game is over. Jinx has an attack speed steroid herself, which makes her one of the better, if not the best pick to get for this comp, combined with the Nunu W, which also provides attack speed as well as the AD buff from Janna. Towers can go down in seconds. If they manage to abuse the fact that tanks can be kited easily due to not having needed items to actually tank at that mid game phase, Nunu and Mundo can easily work as a frontline, and Nunu drops absolute zero whenever being engaged on Ice Bolt on Vayne if possible. Mundo is a fast moving burning rock as we all know him, and last but not least, Janna. Janna is a peeling monster. She got a knock up, she got a slow, she got an AoE knockback, she got everything Curse needs for their strategy. There is one thing I want to point out, which would be the reason Curse actually lose the game in the end. This Curse team is very cooldown reliant. Janna needs her cooldowns to make this team comp work. Once Jinx is dead, the team fight is over and the game is supposed to turn in CLG's favor. If Janna uses her ultimate and the team fight turns in favor of Curse, that's actually the point where the team comp shines and they can keep on pushing and shoving and take down towers. So let's go into the highlights of the game. Minute 3:46, tier 1 top tower goes down for Curse, tier 1 bot tower goes down for CLG. Minute 6, first really good rotation from Curse. After shoving up bot, they directly go for Drake, take it down rather quickly and go mid right after, shove it up and try to push the tower. Now they don't take the tower down right away, but what happens is that CLG engages, and this is the first time in the game when I actually realized how vital Janna is for the team comp of Curse. Her knock up hits both Renekton and Shyvana. She slows and exhausts Renekton, who's unable to participate in either of the two skirmishes. As a result, Curse gets away with the first blood when killing Link. Minute 10, another perfect rotation by Curse gives them a kill on Double Lift when flanking him, and two towers are meant to follow. Roughly 30 minutes into the game, Neon gets caught and makes the mid tower an easy target. It takes them exactly 5 seconds to bring it down from 100 to 0. 16 minutes into the game, tier 2 top tower falls. Curse brings up massive wave clear unanswered by CLG, while mid and bot are pushing in favor of Curse. 7 minutes into the game, Link tries to flash ult into Curse. This is actually the first time Ziken completely denies the only reliant engage of CLG. 20 seconds after, as soon as Janna's tornado went through, Neon tries to go for Voy, who shouldn't be the main target anyway, but it seems like that's not even the main problem here. Some massive miscommunication going on. No one of CLG seems to be ready for that kind of engage. Look at Cop, he isn't even touched once when Rennick actually dies, while Cop can focus and switch targets happily. Nunu's absolute zero makes CLG a little sad inside. For the record, bloodthirsty Jinx with 2 attack speed steroids as well as the AD bonus from the Janna shield leaves the fight with nearly 100% HP. Roughly 4 minutes later, CLG's first flank attempt. Link is doing work here. He baits out the Janna ult and manages to re-engage into 4 people in his second attempt. Not only is Shorster now finally able to follow up, there is simply no way Curse can get away from this terror train. Both Nunu and Janna have no ult. That's the inevitable death for both carries of Curse, and Baron for CLG is the consequence. All of a sudden, Curse is now on the back foot. Now that all of CLG are able to shove out quickly, Curse has a hard time to answer any pressure since nobody but Mundo is able to duel anyone on CLG 24 minutes into the game. Roughly 28 minutes into the game, Neon gets caught once again and gives a small window of sieging opportunity to Curse. Roughly 1 minute later, the top inhibitor falls, followed by a beautiful Janna ult onto Link's Shyvana, while CLG is unable to answer all the disengaged. Jinx destroys the CLG frontline with a stacked attack speed of 1.8, while nobody dies. Curse got the inhib. That's all that counts for the Curse Siege squad. 32 minutes have passed, and that's also when CLG completely outplays as well as outsmarts Curse all the way. While Curse made the mistake to not ward up properly, let's keep in mind this is LCS, Lulu and Shyvana completely turned the tides for CLG here when flanking the vulnerable Curse squad from behind. Ziken manages to deny Shyvana once again, but that doesn't matter when Shorster manages to finally get onto Jinx, the only source of damage for Curse at this point, since Voyboy already died to Yasuo ult as well as the mass AoE provided by both Shyvana and Rennington. This team fight is the nail to the coffin, as soon as Janna has to keep track of not one but 2 fronts. At the same time, the game is over for Curse. The knockback loses his main purpose at this point, and Jinx gets obliterated. What's left is a bunch of headless chickens running around with no cooldowns, all due to a simple lack of vision, and another Baron for CLG is the consequence. 2 minutes later, Curse seems desperate, now tries the only possible way to win this game. Catch one of the CLG members off guard and siege their way through. Luckily for CLG, Renekton is tanky enough. 30 seconds later, Quas gets caught. Janna needs to blow her cooldown to save Mundo's life, followed up by a massive Mundo Nunu engage with no option for the rest of Curse to actually back it up. Both get kited by Vayne and Lulu, and I Will Dominate dies, and guess what? Yasuo wasn't even in the fight. He's still pushing top lane for CLG and is able to get the inhibitor.
Though they only lose 1. 4 versus 5, CLG are able to take somebody out.
Yep.
Chopster the whole time working that top lane, and it seems as though we're past that clock. It's run out for Curse. CLG just too powerful at this point. They can beat him in the team fight.
Roughly 38 minutes into the game, the last mid tower falls, since the CLG frontline is now able to tank all the poke provided by Curse and let Doublelift wreck the tower with a finished Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, as well as, most importantly, a last Whisper. 41 minutes into the game, third Baron for CLG. There is no way Curse could have contested it in any way. 1 minute later, time for the Chorster double lift show. Chorster, surviving with roughly 100 HP, enables double lift to decimate 3 people in a time span of 10 seconds, all happening while Renekton and Lulu 2v2 Janna and Jinx with Cop going down. That's also when the game has decided it's over in favor of CLG. Summary of this game. Beside the little analysis I put up for the main highlights, Curse puts up an awesome show as well as interesting comps in combination with perfect rotations and mediocre team fight. CLG on the other hand is still a late game monster and contests of 5 highly mechanical skilled players with shitty rotations, to be honest, as well as non-existent shot calling, it seems. In the end, it was a 2-man show by Afro and Link, winning them the game. Well played, both teams. As always, if you like the video, you can give me a thumbs up or even subscribe for more content. It's much appreciated. See you next time.